Today, I'm going to teach you Tableau in 10 minutes. Let's get started, guys. So Tableau is an analytical software that allows you to be drag and drop visually. So what you have here is you can drag categories in, and then you can drag a thing like this and create stuff. But it's drag and drop. So that's all you got to do. At the bottom are your measurements, and they're in green. At the top of this bar right here are your dimensions. So anything above here is your dimension, and here you can see where that happens. But you have this Show Me tab right here, and this allows you to create some cool things very quickly. You can create a ton of charts just like that. And that, my friends, is the power of Tableau. You're very quickly able to create something that you can show off in real time. Heck, we even have a box and whiskers plot right here of this data. Now, this data is provided by Tableau, so I'm using what's called the Sales Superstore set. You can just check it out on Tableau's site, and they'll direct it to you. But this is what you can do very easily. But let's not stop there. Let's really get rolling with what Tableau can do. You can put multiple things in here very quickly, so the chart will change. So you can see a chart like this. You can drag stuff into labels. If you hold Control down and drag, and it took me forever to figure this out, you can actually label stuff very quickly. Let's say you want to have profit on the category. Control drag profit. Let's say you want to have a different type of thing right here, or mark. You can do shape, and that's going to change everything. I wouldn't recommend that one, but you can see how quickly you can get into stuff very, very quickly. And that's the great thing about Tableau. But if you ever get stuck, you can just press this little button right here and it will clear everything out. So let's do that really quick. Clear sheet. You can start over. So very quickly you can get stuff put together. But you can press Control Z and you have that right there. Or you can do bubble packed bubbles. Now remember the blues and greens are the measures and dimensions I was talking about? You notice all the greens and all the blues? That's how you create something. So for instance, if we want to create a histogram, we just need one measure. So how do we do that? We can create a thing down here. There's sheets, new worksheet, click right there. And then all we need is one measure, right? So let's do profit. And then we have a histogram. So there you go, guys. That's how you very quickly do something. You just look at these sheets and you put dimensions or measures or whichever, and you can put those in there very quickly. Let's say we want to change the color of the histogram and have the bars be different. We can go over here and drag, Control drag, hold down Control, and drag it into color. Then you have a histogram. Then you can drag into size. And you can do a whole bunch of stuff. You can even label it very quickly and do a whole bunch of stuff to your liking. So there's tons of opportunities here to create something. But it's not just that. You can create maps in Tableau. Let's go back over to Clear Sheet. So we go over to Clear Sheet, and we're going to create a map really quick. Let's say we want to do city, and we're going to do country. So we have all that info in there. But how do we make a map? You notice something on the Show Me tab, a map showed up. We can just click there, and we can see a map. But what if we want to know which state has the most profit? Well, that's very easy. We can go and drag profit onto the map, and we'll see the areas of profit. But maybe it's not very clear. So we can drag profit into size, and then we'll see very quickly what's going on. So when we go down here, we can see that there's different things going on. We can go to a heat map. Let's say we wanted to figure out profit based upon a color, but we can go over to size and make those little things bigger, and voila, you know the areas that are having the biggest profit, and throw it back into color. But maybe you don't like your color, so you can go to edit colors, and then you can edit into like a red to gold, hit apply, and your map's completely changed. We don't have any red on here, but maybe you don't know what these labels mean. So you can Control drag, make sure you always use Control drag, and drop the labels on there. And you can see kind of categories that are having major impact. Oh, look, another chart. This is one dimension, so you can do like that, just so you can see that areas that have negative profit. So use your Show Me tab to quickly navigate and figure out what's going on in your data, and you're going to be absolutely amazed by what you can accomplish. But don't use a pie chart. They actually tell you not to do that. I wouldn't use it more if it's three categories, guys. And don't use a 3D one. Just saying. It's like a taboo thing. I don't know. But here you can see quickly, very quickly, what's going on. So I want to show you guys too. If you click this button right here, it'll flip your data. Yeah, you saw that. Flip it, or it'll go in ascending order. descending. But what if you want to make some color? Well, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you can throw the profit in there, and then we see the red one's color, but maybe it doesn't look great. So you can go over here to square, and you're going to see a really good heat map. So you can see how you can use the marks card to create some really cool stuff that allows you to just see things a lot differently that look really cool. So we also have a new option here. So you can create this. We have a new option here. You can create this. So it's so many different options. But what if it doesn't fit your view like it does now? Well, you can go over here and hit fit to width, and that's going to break it down, and we can really see a lot of options then. So this is something that's just going to help you guys out. But maybe we can go to the side. We can flip it to the side so you can see it from the side, and maybe it's a little bit better. But maybe that's too tall, so you go down to fit to height. It's going to shrink it down. So many different things you can do. Now, I want to also talk about some other things in Tableau that are just going to blow your mind. Let's flip it back over here. So maybe you want to figure out what's actually going on in your data. Well, we can go over here and choose this. And when we choose that, we have bars, right? So that's going to open up a world of possibility. Let's go over to the Analysis tab and click, for instance, a whole bunch of other stuff. So we have all the show mark labels. That's going to show your mark labels. And you can do that quickly. You can also do that by control drag and label it with a city. So many things you can do very quickly. Maybe you don't like the size of stuff. You can make it bigger. If you want to make it smaller, maybe it's not fitting. So you can figure out the right size for your chart so you know exactly what's going on in any given moment within Tableau. But wait a minute. What if it's not working out? You can just clear it. Click clear sheet. Trust me, guys, you're going to want to use that one a lot. But maybe we need to do a time series analysis. So what do? We go to the order date. We'll drop that down. And then maybe we want to hit more time. Plus, we get quarter one. We get it one more time. We even get our months. And then we can throw, let's say, our profit in. That's going to tell us what our profit was for each month. Isn't that really cool? But maybe that's not the chart we want to use. We want to use this one. Well, it's a really cool chart, but what is it actually telling me? Drop your labels and it'll tell you immediately what's going on. But maybe that's not exactly clear. Well, you can go to the Analysis tab and click Forecast. Click Show Forecast. It's going to show you a forecast of what's going to happen in the future. Isn't that cool? So remember, it's an estimate, but still it's kind of cool. It can kind of tell you what might happen. But if we hit Control Z and go back, but we can do more analysis. What if we want to find trend lines? Hit Show Trend Lines. And we turn that off and we can see actual trend lines moving across. But that's not a very good design of trend lines, right? So then we can go over to trend lines and do a lot more. So let's do this, guys. So maybe that's not working. We have the Analytics tab. It's going to show you a ton of stuff. That was really confusing, right? Well, what if you want to do this? Just drag this over. It's going to give you the median of what those are. And that's really cool. What if you want to know the average? It's going to show you the average for the table. And you can knock that down to cell level too and see the average and stuff for this. But what if that's not enough? What if you want a constant line? You can put that down here. This is the constant line. Not a good one, right? And then we can go back over here and do average with 95%. But I really like clustering. Let's check with that out. This will cluster your data. So basically you can see cluster 1, cluster 2, and cluster 3. They all have something in common. So that's a great way to break your data up when it may not be clear. But you can also rotate your chart so that you can see it a little bit better because people read left to right in some countries. So that's a way to do it. But maybe they read the other way, so you can do it that way. Just quick little things like that. You can figure out this and do table. It's going to show you even more. Things can get kind of confusing, but it's still nice that you're able to forecast and do things like that that really help you out. So that says it's too many missing values, but that's okay. So you can see where you can really dig into the data in Tableau and do some really neat things and get started. But mainly, guys, just start dragging and dropping Tableau and use the Show Me tab. Now we have a histogram. We have area charts, multiple area charts now, line charts, all this stuff that really can take it to the next level for you. And remember, just have fun in Tableau. There's so many things you can make that look so cool that if you have fun, you're really going to find that you really like this application, because it's going to really, once you get really good at it, you're going to be able to break down your data and quickly flow through everything without any issues and figure out what the heck is going on with your data. If this is helpful for you guys, leave that like button and watch more data analytic videos on this YouTube channel. This is a really good one right there. Make sure you watch it because you'll learn so much about data.